What's good, y'all, man? Welcome back to another episode of the Najee Wilkins Show. Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. We're going to be talking today to the outstanding guard from Wheeler High School, Kota Suttle. Last year played for the Atlanta Celtics, man. So can't wait to talk a little bit about hoops, what he's been up to. I know a lot of people are hot on his track as far as recruiting goes. Has major offers already, but without further ado, man, we're going to go ahead and bring him on. What's going on,
So, how
Kota?
you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Appreciate you
Doing
coming on the
good.
show,
Excited.
bro. Yes, sir. Let's do it, man. So, for those that don't know you, Kota, I
For
know you well.
sure.
I've
Thanks
seen
for
you
having me.
at multiple stuff, man. Just tell the audience a little bit about yourself, man. Where you from, and then who you are.
My name is Kota Suttle Jr. From Atlanta, Georgia. Born and raised. Played point guard. Started point guard for Wheeler High School, and I just want people to know I'm a dog. Like I do what it takes to win, and that's the main thing I want to get across.
Okay.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. So, Kota, I want to ask you. Let's start back from childhood, right? Let's kind of start there. Where did your love of basketball kind of come from, man?
I'd say my love of basketball had like always been there, but like really watching I have five siblings and three older sisters, and watching all of them play basketball and going to all of their events and stuff like that, all their practices, all their tournaments. I think that what helped me grow my love for the game, but also what like really made me love basketball was watching Colin Sexton and Trayvon Duval at uh at Holiday Hoops Given. I think it was 2017, but being a little kid in that environment and seeing a packed out gym and how the excitement both of them brought to the court, that really made me fall in love with it that much more. So I would say that was a turning point when I really fell in love with it.
No doubt. And then, as you said, man, I mean, the talent. We'll talk about that before we go into kind of your youth basketball career. The talent here is so good, man. I mean, like you said, you had Colin Sexton, right? Anthony Edwards, obviously Ace Bailey this year. Year prior to that, you had Isaiah Collier. I mean, the talent is so good in Georgia. Just what's it like, man, going up against that talent on a night in basis, man, and kind of being to go up against some of the best. Oh, looks like you cut out. Let's see. Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. So I was asking, like, this is such a talent-rich state, right? Talked about Isaiah Collier, Ace Bailey, Anthony Edwards, right? Going back to Colin Sexton. What's it like going up against those guys on a night in, night out basis, man?
I mean, I love getting to go against guys like that. I mean, it only makes you better, and competing against those guys. Like I said, it makes you better, and then you get to see where you are going against them. So I mean, I love playing against the best because you got to beat the best to be the best, and that's my goal. So I love being able to play against that, and especially having it so close by.
No doubt. And then from your perspective, why do you think Georgia is such a talent-rich state? I mean, it's almost practically lottery picks coming out pretty much every single year. This year
Right.
looks like it's going to be Stephon Castle, potentially Isaiah Collier. Just why do you think it's such a talent-rich state?
Um, I think it's just a
Uh-oh.
hello.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. I think it's just like not only just Georgia, but all.
The connection is not the best. All right. Looks like we have a little technical difficulty, but go ahead. You were saying not just Georgia. That's where you stopped.
Uh,
Dang it. Looks like the stream's having problems. All right, let's try again. Now we might have to change the thing.
right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Yes, you said not just in Georgia was your last point. You said in other states too. That was kind of your
Right.
last point.
Really, just the whole South. I think it's a lot of dogs in Georgia. And, a lot of the people you name, like they grew up playing football, like which is what Georgia's mostly known for. So I think that built a mentality and a mindset for a lot of the players. And I think they're able to carry that onto the court but it's not a reckless type of dog. There a lot of the players that you mentioned are all really have a very high IQ, and they know when to use their strength and when not to, how to create space, stuff like that. I think that's what makes us different. And a lot of us, I feel, coming out of Georgia, we feel like we're overlooked and underrated. So I think that makes us a little more hungry.
No doubt about it. And then I want to go back to kind of youth basketball, excuse me. Where did you end up playing, man? Kind of how was that? And then kind of talk about how you navigated the AAU waters as well. Did you start rec ball? Kind of talk about your journey a little bit with youth basketball.
Okay, so I started out playing AAU in second grade with Top Notch playing. I was in second grade playing fourth grade with a couple guys like Dennis Scott, Chris Anderson, Karis Blau, some guys like those. We were all on the same team with Adrian Collins, and then from there I went to play with the East Point Running Rebels, and that's when I really like started like playing. We came second in the nation that year, and just we were always a good team. After that, I got invited to come play with Kenny Smith with Jet Academy and Aim High. So he growing getting to like see what his lifestyle is like, and he's really like took me under his wing since I was little and been flying me out, taking care of me, taking real good care of me. So he's going to be like an uncle to me now. Play with him. Also play with Coach Kevin Savage and Game Elite. Had a really good time with them, and then, like you said, play with Atlanta Celtics this past summer. I had a great time with them. That was my guys.
No doubt. And then if you had to say, I feel like some parents don't even know. Well, obviously some do, some don't about AAU. What's the best way in your eyes? You say you've been playing since second grade, man. What's the best way in your eyes to navigate if you're a kid that want to get in? Because like you got in at a spot and then you play so good, people started to invite you once you play for their team. What's the best way to get into it, man?
Um, I really just say like keep working. As long as you keep working, they'll find you. Like for example, Ace Bailey, he wasn't on a major shoe circuit, but he still got just about every accolade you could think of. So, I mean, as long as you keep working, keep your head down, and everything will fall into place. I'm a firm believer in God, and God is a perfect planner. So, whatever He has for you, that'll be for you. I really believe in that.
No doubt about it. Well, now I want to talk about some facets of your game, man. Again, I got to see you at the Grayson's New Year Classic, and you really stood out to me. I want to talk about your ability to attack and transition. What's your mindset, man, when you own that break and you're coming downhill, and you're trying to score a basket or set up your teammates? Talk about that aspect of your game.
For sure. Of course, like in transition, the main thing you want to do is finish at the rim, but like knowing I'm gonna be scouted now, and people know that's something I want to do. One of the main things I've been working on was my pull up game. That's something I got to a lot. That Grayson game you're referring to, just being able to stop on the dime and pull up. So that's something I'm starting to get to more. And then also being able to make good reads in transition. It might not always be me scoring, but if I can make the right drop off to the dude trailing me or the dude running with me, then that'll work too. 2 points is 2 points.
No doubt. And then another part of the game I want to talk about is the cool and calm and collected, right? Like a lot of times, man, like obviously you can push it, but then you can operate at a moderate pace too. Like you just seem in full control of the offense. You're never sped up. You going at your own pace. Kind of talk about that aspect of your game too.
All right, I would say that's something that I learned from watching Isaiah Collier play and playing against him and getting a bump up against him, like watching his change of pace and how, like no matter how hard you're trying to guard him, how hard you're pressing up, you can't speed him up. So that's one thing I've learned from him and am still learning from him to this day. So I credit him for that.
And what are excuse me, what were some of them battles like, man? I mean, I believe you were a freshman because you're sophomore. This your freshman when he was a senior, when he was like nobody could really guard him, across anywhere. All of them tournaments y'all went into. What was them? You gotta tell me what was them battles like, man, in high school and practice going up against him every day.
Right. See, from the day one when I came in, I made that my personal task. Like I'm gonna guard him every day. I'm gonna make sure he don't like because I mean you going up against the number one player in the country as a true freshman, like you got no choice but to get better. So um that was a great experience for me. And then like even outside of practice, playing one on one against him every day, like he probably won't tell you, but I definitely won some games. But no, he definitely like beat up on me for sure, and I appreciate that. Like that's what he's supposed to do. So it's gonna make me better in the long run.
Now, if you can elaborate a little bit, talk about kind of just the mindset, man. Sometimes you'll see guys, true freshmen, and like, man, I ain't trying to really do that, but I can tell there's a mindset about you that I don't care. I'm trying to go against the best, so I can't be the best. Talk about where that kind of comes from, man.
That comes from not being necessarily having all the attention like when I was little. Like my
Mm,
dad says, like I'm not up yet. When I was the fourth youngest sibling in the house, I wasn't up yet, so I had to really fight to get like you know get some attention. Or so I say that's where it comes from. And just like I hate losing more than I like winning. So um I'd say that's where it comes from.
okay, no doubt. All right, now let's talk about a couple other aspects of your game. Let's talk about the shooting. Shooting, I really like as well. Feel like you cool, calm. You shooting it at an efficient clip. You know, you play it really well from the arc. And then obviously, you talked about working on your pull up game, which is very refined now. Talk about that part of your game.
I say that's something that's been one of the main things I've been working on because I'm trying to have a complete game. So in the past, that's been something that people have tried to pick at and point at that I wasn't the best shooter, but I've been really working on that. So like, hey, I hope you do go under. Like I'm letting it fly and it's gonna go in. So that's been the main thing I've been working on, locking in on my mechanics and shooting the same shot every time. So that's been the main thing I've been working on.
No doubt. Now talk a little bit. I've talked to some hoop guys. I want to get your kind of perspective on defense, right? What's your mindset when it comes? Because some guys they've told me they like, yo, I went in freshman, sophomore. I wasn't really playing defense. I was just trying to score, score, score. What's your mindset on the defense side of the ball? They said they had to grow into it, but for you, what is defense for you?
I mean, defense is huge. Like everybody want to score at every level you go to. So you gotta be able to bring something along that makes you different. So I feel like if you could be a two-way player, if you could guard the best player and then still have to be a contributor for your team, I feel like that just make you that much better. And that gives you the opportunity to stay on the floor longer. So if you could guard, it'll only help you stand on the floor, and that's what everybody want to do.
No doubt about it. And then in your eyes, man, I'm putting you in the chair. What do you feel like if a coach came up to you, Kota, what's the best part of your game? What do you think makes you kind of stand out? What would you say?
I would say my playmaking, whether it's me getting the bucket or making the play for somebody else. I think I do good. I do good in what or well in that area and just making the right play.
No doubt about it. Now, in your eyes, what do you think an elite guard kind of possesses, to be on that kind of a level? What kind of qualities do you have to be to possess, or you have to possess to be an elite guard?
Okay. So I would say, like we said earlier, talking about pace and not being sped up. That's one thing. Being able to guard. That's another thing. I'd also say making the right reads, not being shot hungry, trying to just get yours because the ball is going to be in your hands the majority of the time. But like making sure everybody eats, getting your big man some touches, getting your shooter some touches. I say that's important. And then you have to be. I think you do have to be able to score whenever the team needs it. So and not only that, but like say it's a fast paced game, everybody getting up and down real fast, being able to slow everything down and calm everything down. Being a leader, being a mental leader and physical leader. Lead by example.
I like that. Okay. All right, man. So what is it like, man, playing under head coach Larry Thompson at Wheeler, man? You guys are a powerhouse year in, year out. I mean, 2 years ago, you guys won the title. Go to a Final Four this year, came a little bit short. But what's it like, man, being through that program every single day, going through that? What's that like?
Coach Thompson, that's my dog. Man, just really enjoy getting to learn from him and him pouring into me on and off the floor. And even when we're not in practice, him sending me little clips here and there, just like trying to see what I see and um, really appreciate what he's done. And hey, we going back. That's all I got to say. So
I love it. I love it. All right. Now, I know you talked a little earlier about kind of coming up in the household, right? 5 siblings, right? Kind of having to stand out amongst them. You know what I'm saying? But tell me what it meant to you this year, man, being named all region for basketball in that 7A classification, I should say. What did that kind of mean to you?
Um, I mean, of course, you don't want to get too caught up in in the accolades and stuff, but that was something I was proud of for myself. Locking in, working hard. But ultimately, I have bigger goals. I don't want to overlook anything, and I'm truly appreciative. And but I really want to win. So whatever that takes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna ask you a little bit later when we wrap up the show, kind of about what's your goals for 24. So I'm gonna have you hold off on that one. Okay. Now, last year you ran with Atlanta Celtics. So I mean, you talked a little bit about it, but what was that experience like running on that Adidas circuit? And then, what are your kind of plans for this summer? Are you going to run with them again, or are you running with somebody else?
Okay, I'll start with talking about last year. So last year we had a really good summer. We finished third in 3SSB. Um, love my guys, Coach Pat, Coach Randy, Coach Greg, Coach Willie. Really good group of coaches. I really think they helped me being more confident and more willing to go make plays. Really like the guys on our team. We had a really good team. Manny Green, Lamarion Lewis, Gregory Dunson, just to name a few. But yeah, I really like playing with those guys. But to your question of coming up this summer, not 100% sure yet what I'm doing. Still weighing my options.
I feel you on that one. Okay, no problem there. And then we kind of talked about is it still the same aspect for you, far as what you want to improve this upcoming year, kind of spring and summer? What are some facets of your game you want to kind of hone in on to kind of, like you said, be the best of the best, man?
Um, One thing that I feel separates people is ability to finish in traffic and play above the rim. So that's always something I've always been very explosive my whole life. So translating that into dunking on people now. So doing
Oh,
that, um, still staying locked in on my shot. Of course, you could tighten everything up, like ball handling. Still working on my passing, my mid range, finishing. Just like I said earlier, want to have a complete game. So whatever I got to work on to do that.
so Kota trying to catch some bodies this year.
Trying to catch bodies. Yeah, for sure.
I
For
love it.
sure.
I love it. All right, man. So let's go back to your siblings, man. You now, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong. If it's not your sister, it's your cousin, but I believe you got a sister named Brooke, correct?
Correct. That's my older sister.
Okay, perfect. I want to make sure I was right. Okay. Now she done won Region Player of the Year 2 years in a row. Just before we talk about kind of this, what them battles was like as kids, talk about how proud you are to kind of see her accomplishing those things.
Man, that's my dog, Brooke. Man, I love her to death. So just seeing her journey and having to leave Holy Innocents her sophomore year and coming into a new environment and still being able to do her thing, averaging 20 and 10, just going crazy. So I'm really proud of her, and I'm already knowing she's gonna do great things at UPenn. So I'm truly really proud of her and excited for her what's to come in her life. So that's my guy.
No doubt. And then, man, tell me as a kid, you talk about all the siblings you have. What was them battles like, man? I know I'm pretty sure y'all had a shot goal. I know they was talking mess to you. Oh, you little bro, you never gonna beat us, man. What was that like, man? You gotta tell me.
Man, so all of my older siblings played. All of them played Division One sports. Well, Brooke will be. So I
Wow.
mean, and all so far everybody that's had a chance has won a state championship. So we've all like been it's been great battles. Like I said, being able wanting to play the best people available. Like though for at that time, like that's who they were to me. So I'm always trying to play my oldest sister Kennedy and one-on-one all the time. She ain't always trying to play me, but I'm like, nah, we gotta play. And playing 2-on-2 with them, she'll tell you a fake story that she slammed me one time we was playing ones, but I ain't buying that. So it was always heated for sure.
I love it, man. I love it. Just them sibling battles, man. I know I got cousins I was real close to. I consider like almost like my brothers, and
For
them
sure.
battles was like none other, man, when we
Right.
were younger. Talk about a little bit, man, about just the impact of your parents, man. You start with your
Right.
dad or your mom. Just what have they meant to your life to get you kind of at this point, man? You know, heavily recruited player. A lot of people know who you are. Just what kind of impact have they had on your life, man?
Um, they're huge. Aside from God, I say they're the most influential people in my life, and the sacrifices they make for me to be able to chase my dreams and do what I want to do. It doesn't go unnoticed, and I truly appreciate what they do for me. Not only me, but me and my siblings. And then my dad, he's in the Hall of Fame at Furman for football. So a lot I've taken from him is his mentality, but not only athletically, but like on a business side, on a just a social side, just everything. Being able to pick and pluck from his brain. He's one of my biggest inspirations and mentors. So love getting to talk to him daily rides and just pick his brain, see what he's thinking. So, and then with my mom, I mean, it's no substitution for your mom. Love her to death. I want to give her the world one day. So that's another one of my inspirations.
No doubt about it. I can see the smile, man. I know they mean a lot to you. Now I gotta ask, man. So Pops played football. You didn't want to play football?
I did play football. I was pretty tough at football, but going to Wheeler, yeah, it's not really a whole lot of time for that. So I had to choose. But hey, maybe one day.
It's working out though. It's working out.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I got you, man. I got you. Now, before we transition, I just want to, obviously ask you a little about your career, and I'm gonna ask you some fun stuff at the end. But tell me about what was it like, man, playing with these teammates this year, man. You had Ricky McKenzie, Josh Hill. I mean, both guys are studs going D1 programs. McKenzie going to Kennesaw State, Hill's going to Arkansas State. What was it like playing with them this year, man?
I really liked it a lot. Those guys are both guys with very unique skill sets that I think complement me. And I know they're going to go to the next level and do big things. Like Ricky, he's a knockdown shooter, great big time scorer, and seeing him step into a bigger role this year. He still had a big role last year, but still stepping up this year. I think that was really cool. And seeing him become more of a leader, a more vocal leader, I think that was really cool. And then with Josh, that's been my guy since last year. Just seeing the jump he's taken mentally, physically, just another thing for him. The step he's taken every year, he's always been going up. So I'm really excited for both of those guys going up a level, and I know they're gonna do big things. Those are my guys.
No doubt about it. Now I want to throw it to you. Who were some besides yourself? Obviously, you're going to be one of the main players coming in the next year, being a junior, like you said, being that mental leader. Who are some guys we should watch for your group next year when November hits and you guys are getting back to season with Wheeler?
For sure, I say everybody that's returning. Everybody's super locked in. Everybody's super hungry. We fell short this year. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to play, so everybody's super hungry. Everybody's ready to get back. We want to get the ultimate goal, which is a state championship. So,
gotcha. So you didn't play in the McEachern game?
No, sir. I didn't play in any of the playoffs.
Really?
I was out the whole playoff. So I think if I would have played it, things would have went a little different. But
yeah, for sure,
it is what it is. God, like I said, God, everything happened for a reason, and just trusting God. So,
gotcha. Were you dealing with an injury?
Yeah. It was with my knee, but it's already got taken care of. So on the way back.
Okay. See, I didn't even know that. See that? I mean, that makes a difference. I mean, and your team still went far. Yeah, that says a lot. Okay, I got you.
Right. That speaks to how what Coach Thompson and our coaching staff did, and then the level of focus and how locked in our group was this year with making that run. Coming in this year, nobody expected us to do anything. We had six seniors lead the door, and 5 of them were huge contributors. So nobody really expected us to do anything this year. But for us to do that, I felt that was a big statement.
No doubt about it. So revenge tour in 2024, right?
For sure. Got to get back. Got to get back.
I feel you, man. All right, so I'm gonna ask just a little about your recruiting and then the fun stuff, and I'm gonna let you get out of here. Recruiting wise, man, just tell me a little bit about the schools contacting you the most. I know you got more than 5+ offers, major D1 programs. Just who's been contacting you the most at the moment?
At the moment, it's just been Cincinnati, UGA, Ole Miss, George Mason, and then I've taken a few visits to Auburn. Took a visit to Clemson. Was on campus at Vanderbilt. Was talking to the previous USC staff. I know Coach Enfield just made the move to SMU today, but that's been some of the Georgia Tech. That's been some of the guys been reaching out.
And then your visits to you said Clemson and you said Auburn. How was those visits for you, man? What you like about
Really exciting. I always love getting to watch high level basketball or the next level. So seeing what and both programs have really good guards. So being able to watch them and see what they do, and also be both of those schools have really good environment. So being able to be in the gym and see what that feels like. So I felt it was a good experience for sure.
Got you. Now, for you, man, how important is it? Obviously, you want to get coaching, you want to get better, but how important is like the tradition of winning when it comes to a program? I know it's still early in recruitment, you're going to take your time, but how important is that the team has, been able to win at a high level?
I feel that plays a big role. I want to win at every level. So wherever I want to go, I want to be able to impact winning. I want to be able to get on the floor early. I know that some of that will be in my hands as well, but just be able to impact winning and carry on what I've been doing my whole life. I've been a winner. I want to keep doing that.
No doubt. And then it's, excuse me, from the terms of development, right? Like we've seen just going back, right? Kentucky, right? See what they develop at the guard position. Practically guys that get MVPs, they go to NBA and they play at a high level. Auburn's been doing it as well. How important is that in addition to winning, how important is that development piece for you as well? Knowing, okay, hey, this school, they produce this, like, for example, a Georgia, Anthony Edwards went there and we see him what he's doing. He's an MVP candidate leading his team number one top in the West right now. How important is that?
Of course, you looking at the guys that have come before you and what they've been able to do at that program. Um, but I think a lot of it will have to do with like building relationships with the coaching staff and what they see from me and what they think I could do for their program to help them win.
No doubt. Got you. Now, I just want to ask you real quick, and I'm gonna wrap it up on recruiting. I want to ask you about in-state schools. So just tell me a little bit about Georgia. How's the relationship been building it with them, and what you see from the program? Kind of like program on the rise, playing the NIT, but got the talent, got some good guys in the 25 class, so that could be there if you decide to go there. What do you think about Georgia and the relationships?
I like Georgia a lot. They were my first Power Five offer, so just being able to build a relationship with them. Of course, in state, my sister used to play soccer there. Um, as a kid, everybody grew up wanting to play for the dogs. But to credit what they're doing, they've been on a complete up and up this year. Been making great strides and had a big win against Ohio State yesterday in the NIT. So of course they're doing big things.
No doubt. Now I gotta ask you about the other hometown team, the Yellow Jackets, man. Just what's your thoughts on just Damian Stoudemire? I mean, a coach that went to the NBA, was successful, right? He's been successful on the collegiate level as well. What would it mean to kind of be able to play for him?
I mean, that'd be big, of course. Getting to learn from somebody who's done what you're trying to do every day. I think that's what it's about, just learning. And I feel like he's a great guy to learn from.
No doubt. And then what do you think about the program in general? I mean, obviously they didn't make the tournament this year, but they got a lot of big quality wins, beat Duke, beat UNC. I heard the UNC game was crazy. What's your thoughts on that?
Um, you know, just like UGA, they're completely turning the program around on the up and up, winning big games, getting a lot of bigger name recruits in there. So I feel like it's a lot of big things in their future as well.
No doubt. And final one on recruiting, just what campus have you been to that you just like the most?
Uh, right now I don't think I could say just one, but definitely have seen some nice ones for sure.
Okay.
For
I
sure.
got you. All right. We'll leave that there. Now we're going to ask some fun stuff, man. A little bit about your game. I want to ask, it could be youth basketball, it could be now. What is the craziest move you pulled off in a game?
Um, man, uh, in a game, or it could be a game setting, or
Yeah, like a game. So we'll do a game setting and then maybe just playing around with the bros in practice or something. One a game
okay.
setting and one of those. Yep.
So in a game, I'd say um like I walk somebody down, like just toying with them, just bing bing bing, side step, deep three, and then messing around with the bros. I'd say like I think I might have dropped him. I dropped one of
Whoa.
my boys, and then beat him, got to the rim, and then made a tough finish. But hopefully, I'm trying to add some bodies to that. That's coming. That's coming soon.
I like that. All right, now I gotta ask you. So the crazy move you pulled off. So, what is your favorite? I don't want to give away too much of your stuff, but let's just say, what's a go-to move? Like like I'm in my bag, like I'm feeling good tonight. What would be like a go-to move for you, if you could say?
Um, I like playing out of the in and out. I like getting to like a drop cross,
Okay.
and then uh, I say another thing I get to a lot is like like just hard changes of direction, like
Mm.
how the guard, what's his name in Kentucky?
Rob Dillingham.
Nah, not Rob, the other one, not
Reed
Reed
Shepard.
Shepard from New Jersey.
You said not Reed Shepard.
Nah, he from New Jersey.
Oh, freak. Let me see. Hold on.
He went to Camden. I guarded him last year. I don't know how I don't know this.
Antonio
Dang.
Reeves.
Nah, he's a freshman as well. McDonald's All American.
Oh,
Um,
I got you. I can't think of his name either. I should know this too.
yeah, man.
Justin Edwards.
Nah,
No, not
he
him
a
either.
guard.
Uh,
DJ Wagner. DJ Wagner.
oh, why I couldn't think of that either.
Yeah. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. I guarded him last year, but DJ Wagner. How one thing I learned from watching him was his like hard changes of direction. How he's been able to like change direction on a dime, stop on a dime. So that's another thing I get to a lot.
Okay. All right, got you. Now, what's the most amount of points you scored in a game before in a game setting?
In a game setting, the most I scored was I dropped 38 in middle school. It was on it was in AAU, but trying to get back up there
Trying to
for
get back up.
sure.
38 in the game. Okay. And then if you can remember from that game, what was that feeling like when you dropped to 38? Like were you just in the zone that game? Did you feel something different in the warm-ups? What was that like?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't missing. Like everything was going down. You love that feeling. So yeah, can't wait to get back to that.
All right, I got you. All right, and then you talked about some players you like to watch. Talked about obviously, Sexton with some guys you like to watch, Colin Sexton. You obviously talked about some guys in the NBA now, but who do you like to model your game after? Just watch different clips, highlights, YouTube clips of them, and add different pieces to your game.
Um, for sure. Some guys that I'm watching today, trying to learn from and pull from their game is Colin Sexton, Anthony Edwards, Isaiah Collier, Bruce Thornton. I really like all of their games, and not just because they're Georgia guards, but because like Cannon Carlisle, that's another one.
He's
I really
tough.
like all of their games. I feel all of them play the right way. None of them are hunting shots, forcing shots, and all of them are able to guard. All of them could guard. So
Some good picks, man. Yeah, some good guards, man. Okay, I got you. All right, a couple more. I'll let you get out of here, man. Now I gotta ask. I'm hoping so. I'm hoping you're a fan of college basketball. But are you watching the NCAA tournament?
that's what I've been doing this whole time.
Okay,
Been
cool,
watching.
cool, cool, cool.
Yep.
I had a couple players on, man. He's like, nah, I don't watch NCAA basketball. I said, what?
Yeah. Nah, I gotta tune into that.
Okay, now I gotta ask, man. Well, let me ask this: if you can, give me your final four picks, and then from there, who you think wins it all?
Got you. Right now I'm liking UConn,
Okay,
Purdue,
okay.
UNC, and then either Iowa State or Houston.
Okay. All right. And then out of those, who you picking to win it all? If you had to pick right now.
If I had to pick it all, I say UConn because I just feel like they've been so consistent all year. Just I don't. It's hard to stop them, and they're so deep. I mean,
Yes, they are.
I like UConn winning it all right now.
Feel that. Okay. Now let me ask you this: were you ever able to go up against Stephon Castle in high school?
Uh, yes, a little bit. We actually played them on ESPN last year at Wheeler. We got a big one that game, won by 20. But he's another guy who's super tough guy. I don't know how to describe him other than he a pro. Like I think his game will translate well to the next level.
What if you had to say the kind of just inspires percent just going up against him? What do you think makes him just a pro? I mean, he's right now he's balling. I mean, you could consider him a six man, but he's relishing in his role, right? And that's what makes
Right.
UConn so special to death, like you said. When you went up against him in high school, you talk about how he was like a pro. Just did his game just seem like it was in slow motion? Like what made it so
Right.
different in your eyes when you went up against him?
I'd say slow motion, and then how poised he was. He never was look flustered, or no matter the situation of the game, he was getting to his spots, pulling up, and not just when he played us, but watching some of his other games. His reads, I like his reads, and like I said earlier, he played above the rim. So
Yes, you do. All right. Two more, I'll let you go. One, talk about how important it is, man, to play. Obviously, we talked about playing at the powerhouse, Wheeler and Coach Thompson, but how important is it, man, to go in these tournaments with your team? You guys played, national schedule the year before when you were freshmen. Obviously, this year playing teams. How important is that to go up against that stellar competition and also get that exposure you need to get on the next level, playing in City of Palms Classics, these big time tournaments during the season?
um, it's a great experience that I mean, it's hard to compete with it. I mean, guard like you said, as a freshman, guarding guys like Jared McCain, Bronny, DJ Wagner. I mean, I know I'm forgetting some, but guarding high level guys like them, like that those are the tournaments where you do get to play those guys. So not only that, but like you said, the stage you get put on and the platform you get to play on, and playing in front of NBA scouts, playing in front of all types of high major coaches, agents, stuff like that. I mean, it's hard. Like I said, it's hard to compete with it.
No doubt. And I think last year you guys played in the Throne National Tournament that was streamed on NBA TV. What was that kind of like playing in that tournament? I think it was here in Morehouse last year. What was that
Right.
like, man, going up against some of that, again, that stellar competition on the big stage?
I mean, that was a really fun game. I got to play a lot that game. Like that was when we played Camden and DJ Wagner. So I mean, he unfortunately he hit a game winner that game. But man, and we were playing without Isaiah that game. So I
Wow.
think that was big for our team, like battling back and showing, like we still all could hoop, and like you said, playing on TV, we were fortunate enough to play on TV a lot that year. So of course that's always fun to do. And then we also got to play in the State Champions Invitational, which is also on ESPN.
Mm,
And we were 3 points away from a national championship last year. So
wow.
that's another thing we want to get back to.
Yeah. Willie's no joke, man. Y'all definitely be at the top pretty much every single year, man. All right,
For
man.
sure.
So, I got it. Before I let you go, I got to ask you about 2024, man. What are your goals, both team wise and then personally, that you want to accomplish in 2024?
Team wise, I came into high school with the goal of winning 4 out of 4 state championships, but due to unfortunate situations, weren't able to get that done this year. So I want to get 2 more. Zay challenged me last year. He said I got 3. You got at least do that. So that's a major goal for me. Winning region, and then aside from the winning aspects, everybody on the team getting better, everybody being able to, prosper and be able to feel like they've progressed. And then individually, um, uh, really want to make. I don't want to narrow it down to any specific things, but I'll say um, become solidify myself more as a more national name. Uh, Not necessarily super worried about it, but of course, like it sometimes matters. Rising in the rankings, of course, and then um, picking up some more opportunities, whether that's offers, NIL, whatever that entails. So
No doubt. And then last one, what can we expect from Kota Suttle going forward, man, 2024 and beyond?
uh, 2024 and beyond, you can expect me to continue to be a killer. Not only that, but a winner and a true leader on and off the court, and a leader by example. That's what you can expect from me to do. And I'm always work hard. I'm always do the little things. So that's what you can expect from me.
Got you. Well, there it is right there. Thank you, Kota, so much, man, for coming on the podcast,
Yes,
coming on the show, man. It means a lot, man. I wanted to interview you. I appreciate the follow on Twitter as well. I know you're the next rising star, man. So I want to catch you before all the national media comes, all the accolades come as an in-state player. I wanted to catch you. So I appreciate it, man. Good luck. You're probably going to see me on one of these circuits that you end up running on this summer. So congrats to you, man. Keep working.
Got you. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
All right, guys. So there goes Kota Suttle, man. Y'all go give him a follow on his Twitter, man. At Kota Suttle, man. Kids Next is on a lot of national radars. I know On3 recently interviewed him, man. He got a bright future, man. So y'all go give him a follow. Go get at him, man, before obviously he becomes big, man. I'm telling y'all, man, I don't know what it is with Georgia hoops. All it takes is one summer, bro. One spring, one summer. You go ball out on the circuit. Next thing you know, boom, your national name. I think that's all it's going to take for Kota. And then that's it. But I enjoy watching this game. I seen him at Grace's New Year's Classic, and he was one of the standouts, even though they had Ricky McKenzie, Josh Hill. He was the ones that one of the ones that caught my eye. So that's all I got, man. Interviews going to be posted on YouTube. Y'all stay tuned, man, for more interviews coming this way next week. Appreciate y'all. See y'all soon. Peace.